Hey y'all, it's Lauren. Welcome back to my channel. So, if you're like me, you have some awkward moments. You have some times where you're like, what just happened? Like, what even was this moment, situation? Like, what was that? So I have an example of that, and it's actually hilarious. And I'm gonna try to do my best to explain it in a way that really just gets the awkwardness across to you, because it was just really crazy. So, as I mentioned before, I don't know if you guys remember, but I talked about my cousin Kia, who is also like my big sister. And so we were in Walmart one day, and it was probably like 8:30, 9 o'clock, excuse me. And we're in one of the aisles or whatever. I think we had split up to like get some stuff, and then I ended up meeting her back in this aisle. I think we were like getting toothpaste or something. And so we're in the aisle, and this man comes up, probably in his 40s, like late 30s, early 40s. He comes up to us, and he's like, hey, he's a black man. He's like, hey, how y'all doing? And we were like, hey, how are you? And so, us females are like, okay, interactions from men could honestly go either way. Like, it could literally just be innocent, or it could be like them trying to hit on us, and it's just like, what's it gonna be? So I'm already kind of like, okay, trying to scope it out. And he's like, yeah, so I know y'all don't work here, but I saw you, and I just wanted to ask, I'm trying to figure this out. So I didn't see any, but do y'all recommend like a specific perm for like kids or something? Like, do y'all know about perms? And I was like, honestly, I haven't had a perm in years. I'm natural, so and I didn't have braids in. I had my natural hair out, and I was like, I've been natural for a few years now, so I honestly don't know like the best perm for kids. And then Kia was like, yeah, I mean, I don't really know either, but just for kids is something that is a brand of perm that people always talk about. And so he was like, yeah, I like your hair, it looks good, yeah. But you were saying just for kids, I didn't see that. I looked in the aisle, but this is the only one that I found. Could y'all maybe help me go see if there's a perm? So we were like, yeah, sure. So we went a couple hours down, and we are on the aisle with like the black hair section, and we're going down the aisle, and we're looking for it, and I'm really kind of looking, and he's kind of talking to Kia or whatever. And so I finally found like just for me, and so I picked one up for him, and I gave it to him, and I was like, oh, here you go, like, here's just for me. And he was like, yeah, I appreciate y'all, I really do. And he was like, and then he kind of paused, and he was like, honestly, I ain't even about to lie to y'all. This perm ain't for no kid. It's for me. So at this point, me and Kia kind of just paused. And so, one thing about me that I gotta work on is I'm very expressive in my face, and even if I don't say something outwardly, like my facial expressions say a lot. And so I could tell that my face was literally like confused, because I was like, I looked up at his head, and he was bald. So I was like, and when I say bald, I don't mean like balding or like a low cut, or like this man was bald, okay? So I was like, and so and so he kind of sees that we're like puzzled, confused, and he continues to say, it's for my beard, man. You know, I have been just struggling with my beard. I've been trying everything to get my beard to be soft. You know, I want that Rick Ross, that rose beard. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want that nice beard that's not all itchy and scratchy and everything. And, you know, I just been trying everything and ain't nothing worked. So I was like, you know what? Kind of a last resort. I might as well just try perm. And so I'm like a perm? No. So, Key and I are like, okay. So I'm trying to talk him out of it. Cause listen, anybody that's had a perm, you know what perms can do. You know that perms will leave scabs on your scalp. You know that perms will leave your head itching. I mean, well, they won't leave your head itching, but like, you have a perm in there too long, your hair's falling out, you got scabs. Like, it's just not it ain't cute. And then my whole logic was this: if perms can do all that damage to your head with a whole lot of hair on your head, you gonna put it on your face with a beard that honestly it won't that big of a beard. Like, it won't long or nothing. Like, it won't big enough, in my opinion, for him to like put a perm in it. So I was just like, I really don't think that this is gonna turn out the way you want it to, sir. Like, I genuinely don't. So I was like, well, have you tried like going to your barber and like them doing that little special stuff like I see on you on Instagram or whatever, where like guys be getting their beards done and like, you know, all that. I was like, have you tried any of that? He was like, yeah, that ain't work. I tried all the oils, the shea butter and the castor and all the oils, ain't none of them work. And I was just like, but a perm, my guy. So I'm trying to literally explain, convince this man that the perm is not going to do him the way that he believes in his heart and in his soul it will. And he was like, you know, well, I mean, if he gonna do it, he gonna do it. And so I'm like, yeah, like what? And she's like, you know, if somebody's determined to do something, they're gonna do it. And she was like, honestly, as long as you don't keep it on that long, you'll probably be all right. And I'm like, like, what? Because I'm just concerned about scabs being on his face. I'm concerned about, you know, this seeping into his skin. Like, how do you know how long to have a perm on your face? Like, where they do that at? Who do you ask? Who do you consult? Do you go to like a beautician and ask them like, yo, how long should I keep this perm on my face? Like, how does this work? That's what I want to know. I want to know. So anyway, the resolution of the whole interaction was that he took the Just For Me. He bought it. And, you know, he thanked us for our help and our support. And that was honestly the highlight of our week, of my week at least. Because you just never know what you're gonna run into at Walmart. And crazy. I could not make this story up, bruh. And so I was just like a couple of days later, like, you know, we're talking, and I was like, I really want to know how that perm turned out for him. Like, I legit like wanted to ask for his number for the sole purpose of knowing how his perm turned out on his face. And yeah, there is a man in the Durham, Raleigh area who may or may not have a permed beard. And so if you see this man, just know that I and my cousin helped him along his journey. Okay, y'all, I just wanted to share that. That was a little story time because, you know, sometimes you just gotta share these awkward moments. But yeah, that's basically it, y'all. I hope y'all have a good one. I'll see you next time. Bye.